Well, I went camping at the City of Rock State Park. Never been there before, and as I was driving up, I was kind of like, what makes this so neat? Because it's desert. But then as I came up over that hill, I understood why it was called the City of Rocks. Rocks just popping out everywhere out of the ground. This one is referred to as the toilet bowl. Well, this is my campsite, and I am here at City of Rock State Park, New Mexico. It's really pretty neat. The rocks you can climb on and play with and hike through. They just ask that you don't deface, mark, or do anything like that to them. So I'm enjoying this. I've already been up to the top there, and I'm contemplating going to the top some more. I know I will. And the neat thing about this and why it's called City of Rocks is because you have all these rocks and then boom, they just end. There is a windmill here, which is pretty neat. Every once in a while it makes sounds and you can see that it's turning. But like I said, you have all these rocks and then boom, just open plains. I'll get ready to do some hiking on all that. But it's something else. It's interesting for sure. City of Rocks has a desert botanical garden. I'm about to hike that now. Oh boy. Here we have a nice little display outlined with stones. Bench back there. A lot of nice cactus. And you don't come in this way. See, there's a walking path through it. But you got to go in there, right across from the sign. Let's walk through it. They ask you not to touch any of the plants and wildlife. Here it's a claret cup cactus. I'm not even going to try to read the Latin aspect. It's pretty though. Ah yes, the famous mesquite tree. Here we have Perry's agave. Tequila. Here we have the cow's tongue cactus. I could see that. Very interesting. There we go. It's officially the Engelmann's prickly pear. I've just always called it a prickly pear. But how about that? Acatilla. These things are pretty when they bloom. And actually it looks like there's a little bloom right there. Or that's another, I think that's another cactus. It's another plant various, sorry. But these things, they do look pretty when they bloom. Got some little buds right on the tops here. Let's see if I can zoom in and get that. A lot of wind as you can see. This is they call it a comfort station. I'd call it more of a visitor center. But that's where the ranger's in there and you get all your information. Got a vending machine, water fountain, bathrooms. Pretty neat. Another reason for calling it a comfort station is they got showers here. There's two of them. And then naturally you have the toilet facilities and the sink. This is the Hydra hike and bike trail. First bench rest is at a half mile. And number 3, there's Restroom and Water, which is 1.25 miles. Pegasus North Campground. And number 2, restroom is 2.5 miles. Visitor Center and Water are 3.25 miles. Observation Point is 3.25 miles. Nice little viewing area here between rocks. Look at the growth on this one. It's coming right out of the top. And then there in the distance, you have a windmill, which I showed you earlier. But you also have the TheDanVan right there. Walking among the big rocks. Cool. Totally awesome. This is Observation Point, where I hiked up to. It's a 1 mile hike one way, so a 2 mile hike round trip. Great views up here. Right down there is the City of Rocks State Park. Well, I'm leaving City of Rocks State Park, New Mexico. I am on my way to another state park called Rockhound. But first, I'm going to go to Walmart and run a few errands and get a few things. And then, Rockhound. So come on along. Hey everyone, hope you're having fun. I am, and you should be too. Oh yeah. Wine time with Betty and Rose again. Rose asked Betty, said, "Have you heard about this guy that identifies as a tree?" Betty said, "No." Rose said, "Well, he's a transplant."